Well, hello, Jeff. It's nice to see you again. So today we're going to talk a little bit about home affordability. So I thought we'd start by just saying what that is. So can you just give us a little definition of what home affordability is?
Yeah, home affordability is a percentage of the population, in this case the United States, of people that can afford to buy and live in a house. So what percentage of homeowners are there in any given area?
Perfect. So in our current market, what would you say that the home affordability is? Are we in good home affordability? Are we in poor home affordability? Where do we stand currently?
Well, we're heading south for sure. We're not what we used to be because houses, as everyone knows, are much more expensive. Taxes are higher, insurance is higher, and wages aren't keeping up with that increase. So when houses go up 20% a year, you probably didn't get a 20% raise, and so it's harder to afford a house. So people that are in a house can usually stay there, but it's harder to go out and buy a new one. And that creates a lot of the housing market problems we have right now.
Very true. So do you foresee that staying there, or do you foresee things happening to kind of offset that or correct that?
Based on history, it's just part of the market conditions. It'll correct. How it corrects, I don't know exactly how it's going to happen, whether it's interest rates or housing prices coming down or wages going up, but it'll balance out in time.
Right. And you said a very key word right now, interest rates. So let's talk about that a little bit, because to me, we've had some, what I say, fairy tale interest rates, in the last few years that I do not believe are probably going to come back. However, there's this, I think this fear in the marketplace that the interest rates are high, which I consider them still to be really good. Well, how do you feel about the interest rates?
Well, kind of like a couple things on it. Interest rates on a scale, not a percentage, but on a scale of 1 to 10, they've been at 10. They've been so phenomenal. Well, now we're at an 8.5 or 9. They're still very, very good, but it's all perception. So if you're a younger person, 5% is ridiculous, right? My first house was at 10%. My second was 12 7/8. It's just what the market was. I didn't know any better. Then they came out with ARMs and different things to make houses more affordable. But 6% interest rates are still, I remember I've done anything for 6% interest rates. So that will adjust again in time as well. It's just all perception, right?
Right, it is. And, we were talking too that when the market changes, financing gets creative. And just like in the car business where they increased, the amount of time that you can pay off a car, they're doing the same thing with houses. So they've gone where they have increased, the loan time from 30 years to 50 years or 40 years. And, kind of explain to me kind of what you were telling me earlier that, why does it matter if you get a 40-year note? If, what does it matter if you're not going to stay there that long anyway? Or, those things.
Well, the finance guys are probably going to be reaching out to me because, they're going to say, 10-year note, do a 15-year, get the lowest rate you can. But historically, you don't want to put all your money in one place no matter what, but historically, 4, 5, 6%, 7% rates are good. And that's tax-deductible interest. Well, that money is somewhere else. You should be able to beat that without any problem. So to pay off your house is not a bad thing at all. But to put all your money in one basket to get your house paid off is not going to be the smartest financial thing to do. So to spread that out a little bit, and especially if you're a younger person, you're not going to live in that house for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You're just not. So if you can get a more affordable house for you by spreading that mortgage out, and when you go to sell it, you're going to have less equity, but you can roll it over. You don't have to do it all in one deal. So you're going to probably move a few times in your life, and each time you get that mortgage a little bit shorter. But it makes it more affordable.
That's right. That's a very good point. So because very many, I don't know anybody that's going to stay in a house 40 or 50 years, but maybe, who knows? But and if you pay it off, like you said, so what? You pay it off. Right. That's a good thing, right? So. Yes, so I think we have to look at the types of financing, all of those things as we go into it. But it's like you say, people are still going to need a place to live.
Right. Well, the country, last I looked, the country with the highest home affordability was Bulgaria. It's like 93% or something. I don't know if that's still the case today. But in countries like that, old European countries, they don't move. So the house just gets passed on from one to the next. They have a high home population. I say affordability, but most of the people there own their houses by far. it's a different environment here. You know, we move in this country, you know,
Right.
job relocations, and we don't usually hand our houses down generation after generation. So I know the U.S. government always wants to get that home affordability up as high as they can. You know, we don't want to be a country where lose our American dream of home ownership. So I believe more programs will come up, more things where
Yeah.
people can afford to get in houses.
Well, very good. Well, thank you for your time today, Jeff. I appreciate it.
All right, talk again.
Yes. Until next time, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, and remember, we are your DFW experts in real estate. So if you're looking to buy or sell, please call us.